Hey boy.
What are we gonna do?
Fuck it, we'll do another one of them.
Yeah, right.
That thing was rad.
Why not?
Oh! Oh! Too much. Whoa! Oh, damn. So close. Oh, that was fat. So another epic day on this thing. Double coil, coil front, coil rear. I ditched the Super Deluxe. We're going to use it still. I'm just going to get that oil changed to a lighter oil. Fox Creek today. So I put on a stiffer spring. So Fox is a little bit faster, a little bit harder hits. The bumps are coming at you a bit quicker. So I've gone a 365 spring on the back here. And it was just money all day. Absolutely killer. 343 would have been too soft. I would have been clapping it everywhere. But I also went out last night and the night before on the 365 just to make sure it wasn't going to be overly stiff. Pretty much running the same compression that I ran on the 343 spring. That makes the shock feel right, feels good. Rebound, pretty close to the same, maybe a click slower. Probably a click or two slower, but left that. Yeah, Fox Creek today was epic. Run. I've just shown you a little bit of footage of a lap of bowl. So I put it down towards the end there. That was fun. That was our last lap. I wasn't fatigued, but I was pushing and having a lot of fun, and I was trying a different line there because I kept kind of two-wheel drifting out of that turn. turned out the new line had me one wheel drifting into the dirt. So it was all good. Didn't matter. Performance. So on the fork, I've gone 8 clicks of preload today, or 9 including the first one, the one that doesn't really do anything. So let's say 9 clicks of preload to keep that front stiff enough. That's on the stiff spring. And it was just plowing everything. You can hear in the video, it's just carrying speed over all the washboard, choppy stuff at the top. And then the bumps in the trails, it's just murdering across, carrying killer speed. My setup for the GRIP2, so I've got the GRIP2 damper in now, and it's great. It's great. It's a little bit more control over the rebound stroke, which I like. I'm generally 2 out from closed on the high-speed rebound on these grip dampers, especially in the warmer weather. 3 out from closed in the winter, where things are a little bit thicker. Oils are a bit thicker. But 2 out from closed on the rebound. On this one, I went 3 out from closed, even though it's hot in summer. It just needs a little bit more freedom out of the start of the stroke. So when you compress, when you're fully compressed, when your fork first starts rebounding, pushing all that energy back at you, that's your high-speed rebound. That's the beginning stroke rebound. So open that up a little bit more and I let the fork dance a little bit better. Low speed is at pretty much full open, maybe a click from full open, maybe 2 clicks from full open. And it's just fast enough. It feels good. The compression. So always run the high-speed compression on my air spring setup on the 38 and even on this, on my old 36, with 2 clicks of high-speed compression. Now, on this fork, with the coil, being that the coil's, there's just nothing at the top, like the coil's real smooth at the top, real soft, but still no real resistance either, so it's easy to fall in holes and get clapped and get kind of the front end's in a hole instead of traveling across it. So ended up with 6 clicks of a possible 8 of high-speed compression, and ended up with 5 low speed. And I could probably go a bit more low speed. I wasn't getting kind of low speed bashed. I had good control. I had good line. I didn't, like, the front end wasn't wandering, so I wasn't really looking for more low speed compression. It was just killer. The rear shock was just doing everything I wanted it to do. So fast and smooth. Just felt really, really good. The only thing I don't like about this is when it's cool, the rebound feels slow, and then once it's warm, the rebound's up to the fast speed. So I don't know whether maybe they use a really thin oil in there, or not sure what the breakdown is there. Half a turn of preload, or 3/4 of a turn of preload on this 365 at the end of the day, and it just, ride height was killer, manuals were perfect, control was perfect. I can't go a 350 or so on that RockShox. It's just way too stiff and harsh. It puts me up tall, a lot taller than this is putting me up. So, and it's not a difference between the springs. It's a difference between the damper setup and the resistance behind the damper, and maybe the freedom of oil flow through the damper. Because I've done the springs on this shock, and the springs are comparable. So a 350 spring on this, 350 RockShox spring on this feels a little bit softer than this 365. Yeah, so it's definitely more in the damper and that design. So I love this, and I prefer this performance, but I also prefer the RockShox bottom out resistance and control of high and low speed compression. This one, I'm pretty much just controlling my low speed compression, which is fine, but it's just way more free. It's just way more buttery smooth, and I can go faster and stay off the brakes for longer and move the bike well. It still moves well. I did clap it a couple of times. I did still bottom up that shock out a couple of times on big hits. Bottom the fork out a couple of times on big hits. It's just killer. So you can see in that video, having a ball, having a lot of fun. So shout out to the dudes I was shuttling with, Marco, the Shuttle King, Toddy and Waddy. I had the full crew. So it was rad. The bike feels killer. It was so, like, we probably did 10, 12, I don't know, double-digit runs for sure. And me bolts came undone. So I'm scared to do them up any tighter because they break all the time. They're not very strong bolts. So the guys at Giant have got me some fresh bolts in, which is killer. Shout out, boys. But yeah, end of the day, the shock bolts were loose. So bottom one's fine. That's all good. But these top ones had rattled loose a bit. So it was a big day. It was a killer day. This coil on the front, I'm happy. 17.1 kilos as it stands. Aggressor on the rear, somehow still alive. wearing perfectly, but I'm going to retire this one as well. That's another aggressor retired and not cut. I didn't cut it, so happy as hell with that tyre. I broke a spoke doing a cutty in the car park, doing a big cutty in the car park, and broke a spoke on that back wheel, so that wheel's going to need some love. But these nuke-proof wheels are killer. Rode some carbon wheels today, the carbon reserves. Rode Toddy's Santa Cruz again, just fine-tuning that and seeing how it feels, and had that thing hitting pretty hard. And the carbon rims felt killer too. They didn't feel whack. It didn't feel rough. It didn't feel like the old Envy carbon wheels that, I think I've got PTSD from riding stiff, horrible carbon wheels in the past. But they felt killer. They felt really good. And lifetime warranty. Maybe plastic wheels aren't so bad after all. I've got a friend that's getting the We Are One, the new ones or Enduro ones or whatever. So we'll see how they go as well. See if they can stand the test of time. But, for a lifetime warranty, never ever have to buy another wheel again. Carbon probably is a good investment. I can't believe I just said that. Plastic on a grown man's bike. But yeah, you use what works, don't you? Use what works, and you use what's going to be economical long term. So maybe these carbon wheels are, worth a look if you've got the money and you're into that. So, but anyway, big hit, killer day, last run, plenty of yeehaw bar left, super fast on the rebound. It was starting to heat up, so rebounds probably felt faster than where I set them. Hitter, love this bike, love the double coil, love not having to touch a air shot, like a pressure pump, air pump, shock pump. See, I'm delirious. I've been on coil for 3 days and I'm just delirious. So it's like I'm in love. I got puppy eyes for coil forks now. And it's making me, the boys mentioned today, how good would a coil be in the 38? And I thought, yeah, maybe that is the move. Coil in my 38. So I go there. I love the air spring too, but I just don't like the performance I can get out of an air spring is killer, but it varies with temperature. So, and it varies over the time. After a service, it's a little bit different. Then it deteriorates and whatever. But Fox 38 smash pot coil, that might be absolutely killer. But it might not be as well because you've got the hydraulic bottom out on the smash pot, but I don't think it needs it. I think when you get your coil spring right, you don't need the smash pot. I don't think. I think you just need like a top out bumper or some sort of top out setup so the fork doesn't top out, because it tops out. It tops out. So it's toppy. But I don't care. Honestly, the performance I'm getting out of it, I couldn't care less about the top out right now. It mows across everything, except because it's still soft off the top, it just falls in bumps every now and then. So I think I just need to address a little more compression, find that sweet spot, and then when I go to slower trails, back off that preload again. Maybe I just could do a bit more preload. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe I can go 9 or 10 clicks or 11 clicks of preload. I'll try that as we go forward and ride more fast tracks, but I haven't ridden fast tracks like that for a long time. And fair to say, I think I'm back on the pace. Like, I think this setup has me flying again. I was chasing Toddy all day, and he was chasing me, and we were putting in some hot laps. So felt fast. I was clearing things I like to clear, and Fox is bumpy as hell. It's just the bumpiest it's ever been. So it's beautiful. It's awesome to ride. It's just rowdy as hell, top to bottom. There's a race on there tomorrow, so good luck to all the youngsters and oldies and whoever's going out there. It's a club round, so it's a bit more kind of catered for more beginner and intermediate riders, and it should be a good day. I think all the hitters are going to love it. All the young frothers are going to love it. Heaps of girls go out to those races, so they're going to love it. It's good. It's great for the sport, great for the community, and today was packed. It was busy as hell, so stoked with that, stoked with Fox, stoked with the bike, and yeah, it's all good. Great day.